Hello friends, welcome to my channel Explore with Joita. Being one of the oldest civilizations in the world, complete with a rich history and culture, as well as strong and long scientific and technological tradition, it comes as no surprise that many significant inventions have come out of India. Today, I will tell you about 5 such amazing inventions in India. Before starting this video, I request you to subscribe my channel to get more fascinating videos like this. And don't forget to like and share. Now let's move on. The concept of zero. The concept of zero has not always been around. However, the introduction of zero brought a lot of changes not only in math but also in the general life of people. The history of zero goes back to the 5th century. In the 5th century, a well-known mathematician and astronomer named Aryabhatta introduced zero in India. He used zero as a placeholder number. Later, Aryabhatta introduced zero in the decimal number system and hence introduced it in mathematics. After Aryabhatta, Brahmagupta describes rule for zero in the 7th century. The most evident proof of the origin of zero in mathematics is mentioned in the oldest manuscript of India, known as Bakshali manuscript. Zero was used as a dot in the book. It was discovered by a local farmer in 1881 and was originally thought to be from the 9th century. But a few years ago, carbon dating showed the oldest pages to be from sometime between 224 AD to 383 AD. Brahmagupta used zero in mathematical operations like addition and subtraction. He was also the first to show that subtracting a number from itself results in zero. From India, the zero made its way to China and back to the Middle East, where it was taken up by the mathematician Muhammad al-Khwarizmi around 773. He studied and synthesized Indian arithmetic and showed how zero functioned in the system of formulas he called al-Jabir, today known as algebra. Earlier, zero was represented as a dot in mathematics, and later when it reached Arab, an oval shape was given to the number that we today know as the zero digit. This is the reason why zero belongs to the Hindu-Arabic numeral system. The zero continued to migrate for another few centuries before finally reaching Europe, sometime around the 1100s. When zero was introduced in India, it was called Sunya, which is a Sanskrit term for zero. Later, when it reached the Middle East, it was named Sifir, after the Arabs. When zero was introduced by the Italians, they named it as Zefiro, which was later transformed to zero in French. The modern zero is also inspired by the same term. Today, zero is universally used. The concept of nothing has continued to play a role in the development of everything from physics and economics to engineering and computing. Yoga. Yoga is an Asian practice focusing on breathing, flexibility and strength to boost mental and well-being. It is composed of a group of physical, mental and spiritual practices or disciplines. The main components of yoga are breathing and postures, a series of movements designed to increase strength and flexibility. The practice is said to have originated thousands of years ago in India and has been adapted in other countries in a variety of ways. Yoga's origins can be traced to northern India over 5,000 years ago. The word yoga was first mentioned in Asian sacred texts called the Rig Veda. The Vedas are a set of 4 Asian sacred texts written in Sanskrit. The Rig Veda is the earliest amongst the Vedas and is a collection of over 1,000 hymns and mantras in 10 chapters known as mandalas, which were used by the Vedic age priests. Yoga was refined and developed by rishis who documented their practices and beliefs in the Upanishads, a huge work containing over 200 scriptures. Yoga is amongst the 6 schools of philosophy in Hinduism and is also a major part of Buddhism and its meditation practices. Lord Shiva, among the great deities of Hinduism, most personifies the practice of yoga. As Yogeshwara, the great lord of yoga, Adinatha, Adiyogi, and Mahayogi, he rules over all aspects of yoga relative to body, mind, and consciousness. Shiva Mahadev is the lord of asana practice, with 84 lakhs of asanas said to have derived from his movements. This shows Shiva's connection with the numerous yoga asanas known and unknown. As Nataraj, the lord of dance, his dance and gestures also reflect yoga postures, starting with the 108 main traditional poses of Indian dance. Universal Serial Bus (USB). Ajay Bhatt is a computer engineer who is widely recognized as one of the key inventors of the Universal Serial Bus (USB). His work has had a profound impact on the electronic industries in countless ways, including the standardization of interfaces, increased data transfer speeds, and improved power management. Before the development of Universal Serial Bus (USB) technology in the mid-1990s, there were several different types of connectors and interfaces used to connect peripherals to computers. Each type of connector had its own communication protocol, making it difficult to connect different devices to a single computer. Consumers had to purchase and install separate expansion cards to add new interfaces to their systems, which was expensive and complicated. This led to the need for a universal interface that could be used for a wide range of devices, which led to the development of USB technology. The USB was developed by a team of engineers at Intel led by Ajay Bhatt, who says he was inspired to take on the task after having continual issues using a printer. The team wanted to create a single interface that could support a wide range of devices and provide a faster data transfer rate than existing interfaces. They developed the USB as a high-speed serial communication protocol that allowed devices to communicate with each other over a cable. He also wanted the connector to deliver power to the peripheral device, so it wouldn't have to supply it on its own. Bhatt and his team began by looking at existing technologies including serial and parallel ports, but they quickly realized that these solutions were too slow and cumbersome for the modern computing environment. They also examined other emerging technologies such as firewire and SCSI, but found that they were too expensive and complicated for most users. Ultimately, Bhatt and his team settled on a design for the USB that was fast, reliable, and easy to use. They developed a single connector that could be used for many different devices, and they made the USB hot swappable so that the devices could be connected and disconnected from a computer without the need to reboot or shut down the system. Once the design was finalized, Bhatt and his team worked with other technology companies to promote and standardize the USB. They formed a working group called the USB Implementers Forum to develop the USB specification, which was first introduced in 1996. The USB specification quickly gained widespread adoption in the technology industry due to its convenience and versatility, and new versions of the standard were introduced over the years to improve data transfer speeds, power management, and other features. Today, the USB is used in a wide range of devices, and it continues to evolve and improve with each new iteration. Buttons. The Indus Valley civilization are credited with the invention of the button, and the earliest one we have in the existence today dates from around 2000 BCE and is made from a curved shell. The first buttons were used as ornamental embellishments to a person's attire and signified wealth or status. They had small holes drilled into their surfaces and were attached to the clothing by thread, often forming geometric patterns rather than the straight lines we know today. As the centuries progressed, the button became used more and more as a fastener for clothes, with the ancient Romans using them to fix clothing in place with pins. However, it would be a long time before the invention of the buttonhole and the fully functional button we know and love today. Over the centuries, the button evolved from an embellishment to a more practical item. The Middle Ages brought with them the invention of the all-important buttonhole, which was to quietly revolutionize clothing. A stunningly simple but elegant design, the geometric allowed for the button to pass through the opening and be slotted firmly in the place. Fashion would never be the same again. Buttons would still be the preserve of the rich and fabulous for years to come until the mass of production of the Industrial Revolution saw the button become a ubiquitous staple. The style was pared down, the shape flattened out, and 4 holes were drilled into the surface, meaning that it could be quickly and securely attached to the clothing. Buttons nowadays come in a wide variety of colors and shapes, but the flat circular shape still remains the most popular. Shampoo. Various civilizations have had diverse hair care and beauty practices for centuries. But have you ever thought about which country invented shampoo? It is not Egypt or any other European country. The truth is, shampoo has its origin in India. That is not all. India is also behind the origin of the word shampoo. Shampoo is taken from the Hindi word shampoo, which means massage and press. Moreover, chick shampoo was the first shampoo in India. Indian women in the 1500s used to wash and clean their hair with soapberry pulp combined with some herbs. Along with this, they use specific Ayurvedic ingredients like gooseberries and hibiscus extracts to clean their hair. It helped in keeping their hair healthy, clean, and growing. To be precise, an Indian Bengali entrepreneur and traveler, Sheikh Dian Muhammad, invented shampoo and introduced it to Britain. He launched an official shampoo booth in Britain. He used a mix of soap, shavings, and herbs to make a concoction to wash stresses. Soon this formula reached Germany and Hans Schwarzkopf, a Berlin chemist, introduced shampoo. It was a violet-scented powder that was to be dissolved in water and applied on locks. There is more to it. After 25 years, he was the only one who gave Europe its first pack of liquid shampoos. And just like that, a multi-million-dollar shampoo industry came into existence. So friends, this was my video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to get more fascinating videos like this, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you. Bye bye.